Now we will see how gamma transformation is applied to a particular image. In order to do that, let us create one ramp image. So I will say A equals, I'm creating a ramp image A. So this 1 to 50 will create a one-dimensional matrix of size 1 into 50 that you can see here, and my values are from 1 to 50. I want to increase the value, so I want the last value to be 250. So I will simply multiply this entire thing with 5 and run it. So you can see my first value is 5, last is 250. Now you will see that here it is of the type double. That means it can also take decimal places. So instead of 4, I can also do 4.9 and run. So my values will be in decimal points. But right now I just want it to be 5. So I'll leave it like that. And let us do imshow for this. So imshow A. It will not display because we need to give a empty square bracket here. So this is the image. Minimum here is 5 and maximum here is 250. Now we have to apply gamma transformation to it. For gamma transformation, we know that the equation is C into, so if my input is A and let's say output is B, so my equation would be B equals some constant C multiplied to A. Now because it is array operation, I will put a dot and raised to the power gamma, which let me define as G. So in order to use this equation for gamma transformation, I have to define C. So let us first start with C as 1 and let us take G also as 1 in the beginning. So there would be no change. And now I will do subplot 1 comma 2 comma 1 here, and I want to see this modified image in the second plot. So I will do imshow, but imshow only works with the class which is uint8, unsigned integer of 8 bit. But as you can see, our A's class is double, so B is also double. So we need to convert this to uint8. So I will say uint8 of B. So let us run it. So these are my two images, both are same because C was 1 and G was also 1, which is for gamma. So A, B, C and G all are double. Now let us try and change the value of gamma. We know that greater is the value of, if gamma is greater than 1, your image appears darker. If gamma is less than 1, it appears brighter. To understand this concept again, let me define D equals, let us only plot A square. So if I say it is A dot raised to 2. So in array operation, your operator becomes dot and raised to. So every operator, you will add a prefix dot to it for array operation. And now let me plot it. So plot My x-axis I want it to be A and y-axis would be D. Oh, it went into subplot 2, so let us make it 3. This is second position and our plot will come in the third position. And let us increase its power also, and 3. So now when I run it, I will have 3. So first is original image, B after gamma transformation. Here C is 1, G is 1, and third is a simple plot of A cube. So here you can see if this is my input and this is my output, even though you cannot see it properly. Let me take it out of the subplot and simply say figure. In this case now, the third position will remain blank. So this is my plot. So here you can see this is input and this is output. So when we apply gamma transformation function, this input will be transformed to this output. So if my gamma is 3, then whatever was having intensity value 50 will be mapped to close to 0 values. So therefore intensity values are suppressed and image becomes darker. Here please don't go by the axis on the left hand side, because in gamma transformation we have to ensure that the starting and the end point values are unchanged. So in order to do that, first we need to calculate what is the maximum for our image, and then we just calculate C accordingly. So let me just remove this plot and let us have the value of gamma as, let us say it is 2, and we will display B also because we are interested in seeing that value. So you can see instead of becoming darker, it has become brighter. So if we look into the command window, you can see our value has gone so much beyond. So the starting value was only 25. In order to apply correct gamma transformation, we want the highest value to be unchanged. So in order to do that, first we should calculate the maximum value of A. Here my image is one dimensional, so I am using max only one times. For a real image, which is a two-dimensional grayscale image, you have to apply this 2 times. So if I go to the command window, I will see my maximum value is 250. So I want this C to be such that the maximum is unchanged. So when you apply this equation, A would be 250 raised to 2. You want C such that B also should be 250. So we can write this as, I want C to be 250 divided by 250 raised to 2. So if this I choose as my constant, in that case my output will remain unchanged at the highest value. So let us run it again. So now you can see the image has become darker, and let us again see our values. So you can see it is starting from 25 and it is starting from 0.1 but ending at 250. So our highest value remains unchanged. Similarly, let me just copy this and let us try now gamma transformation when gamma is less than 1. That will make the image brighter. So I will just make all this unexecutable. And now let us have gamma as 0.001. 6, let's say. In that case, I want this 250 again to remain unchanged, but now instead of 2, this will become 0.6. I'll put one more bracket and let us run it. So now our image has become brighter. Because it's a one-dimensional image, you can't see it that much. If you go to command window, you can see that the minimum value is now starting from 23. Whereas in our original image, let us display A as well so that we can see. And we can compare the two. So in my command window, you will see that the first value is 23. So you are going by 23, 36, 46, 54. Whereas the input was 5, 10, 15 and 20. So our image has become brighter, keeping the end point restricted at 250. So this is called as gamma transformation. Now let us apply it to a real life image. So here I am reading the image, I am plotting it. This is displaying the image. We are converting it from RGB to gray and we are plotting it again side by side. So now let us apply gamma transformation to it. So now our original image is B, which is the grayscale image. So I will use this title for gamma transformed image. Let me just keep it this way and we will take our equation. While taking a real life image, we need to remember that we don't want to show the matrix because now it will become very big otherwise. So now here I cannot use this. So first apply max function to the image image B, which is the grayscale image. Okay, so now we are set. Let us calculate as n the max of B. This n we will use in order to calculate n. So it would be n divided by n to the power, because it's a single number, so we don't want to put dot here, raised to whatever was our g. So I can also write directly g here. So it will work for any value. And instead of E, now my image is B. So this is gamma transformation. So first we need to define G, then only we can use. Yeah, let us run it again. Yeah, so this is our image. You can see that image has become brighter. And now if I want to darken the image, so now here, because n is otherwise unsigned integer 8 value, because it is coming from matrix which are themselves unsigned integer 8-bit, so we need to convert it to double. And then, so in this case, now when I run this, because it is 1.2, so it is supposed to make the image darker. So you can see the image has become darker, and in our command window we will also see the value of C. So n is 211 and C is 0.342. Let us try one gamma with lower value. So let us make it bright 0.4 and run it again. So images become bright. This is called as gamma transformation.
Thank you.